Welcome to the University of Nebrija. I don't know what a Nebrija is, but today we're going to find out. So Nebrija is basically the guy that wrote the book on the Spanish language, and the university is named after him because of its strong focus on the humanities. If you're coming here to study anything related to humanities, you're going to find yourself in a great place, but that's not the only things they have to offer. Nebrija also has really good engineering programs, and it's also really well known for its fine arts programs. In fact, just like walking around all day today, I've seen a bunch of dresses that have been made in old style, and it's specifically because they're doing this collaboration to celebrate an anniversary. It's like a really creative way to apply your fashion design skills to, the historical context of this university. And speaking of that, this building is awesome because it really combines old heritage with modern technology. You see the old brick walls, but then at the same time in the classrooms, you have these awesome touch screens and big projectors, and so that you can review all your classes, everything's recorded and put onto an app. Kind of gives me the same vibes as I got in Segovia. The cost of the university is already pretty low for being a private university in Spain, so you're not going to expect huge scholarships, but they do have some. Even they have one specifically for high-performing Venezuelan students, for example. And we're working on a special scholarship with SCORE, which I'm going to tell you about a little bit later. Now, the Nebrija campus is an urban campus. It has a few different buildings depending on your faculty. This main one where I'm at today has all the faculties of communications and arts, but they also have some really cool engineering facilities here. And one of the things that impresses me is just how much they pack into this small space. There's a ton of different laboratories here, like renewable energy and chemistry and physics and a fab lab. And while they're not huge spaces, there's also not a ton of students here that are going to be competing for those spaces. You get a lot of personal attention here at this university because it's a relatively small university. Even though they have 12,000 students, a lot of those are online, and Nebrija offers a lot of their programs through an all-online environment, or even you can take some of those classes online while you're studying here in person. So if you need to travel for a bit and you want to keep your studies going, you can do that here. Now, most people, when they come to Spain, they live in a residence for the first year. It's kind of one of the easier options, even though it's a little more expensive. And Nebrija has a whole bunch of residences located throughout the city. If you're looking for an easy way to integrate to Spain, that's the best way to start. After your first year, you make some friends, maybe you get an apartment together, and that'll bring your costs down too. But the residence option is a great way to settle in for your first year when you don't really know anybody and you don't really know the city yet. This is the part of the video where I would normally go ahead and talk to somebody from admissions, but that person is back in Peru. And Nebrija, along with some of the other private universities that I've visited on this tour, has satellite offices in other countries where you can register, apply, and actually make all your payments and stuff, which is a pretty unique approach. I'm gonna fly back to Lima, talk to somebody down there, and we'll keep this video going. Before I go back to Lima though, I want to tell you something special. A little while back, I made a video about how these different college counseling companies work and how there are companies that take commissions from universities every time they send a student to that university. But I thought, how could I turn this on its head? And what I said instead was, I want you to take that money and give it to the students. Nebrija is actually the first university to agree to be part of this SCORE discount network. What that means is that when you are with SCORE and you apply to Nebrija and you get admitted, you're gonna get an extra scholarship simply because you were with SCORE. And that is really what my goal has been all this time, is I want the cost of my service to be less than the money you save by using this service. And so that's what we're accomplishing right now. Nebrija is the first one. I'm hoping to make a much bigger network. The SCORE discount network is officially on, and I want to thank Nebrija for being the first to join and for having the faith in us to do this. We're back in Lima, Peru, and I'm here because the University of Nebrija actually has offices in other countries to make the whole admissions process and even making payments to the university way easier. So they have an office in Ecuador, another one in Colombia, and one here in Lima, Peru. And there's even one in Indonesia and another one in China. You can get in touch with Nebrija in a bunch of different ways. Now, if you don't live in one of the countries with an office, of course, you can just go ahead and go to their website and send them your information and someone will get in touch with you. But today I want to introduce you to your Peruvian rep, Paula. So let's go inside the office.
Hola, mucho gusto. Mi nombre es Paula Espinosa. Soy coordinadora de la Oficina Administrativa en Lima. Brindamos información y asesoría a todos los candidatos que se encuentren interesados en hacer proceso de admisión con nosotros, además de que contamos con asesores especializados en darles a ustedes la mayor información personalizada y que los va a acompañar durante todo el proceso hasta su llegada de Madrid. Actualmente tenemos un convenio con la empresa SCORE y a los interesados que vengan por medio de esta empresa podemos brindarles unas bonificaciones o descuentos durante el primer año en las mensualidades. Si ustedes se quieren poner en contacto con nosotros, pueden buscarnos en la página www.nebrija.es o escribirnos al correo de internacional@nebrija.es. Nuestros programas inician el 11 de septiembre, sin embargo, les recomendamos que realicen su proceso de admisión previamente hasta el 30 de julio para que no tengan inconvenientes con su visa de estudiante. La Universidad Nebrija te espera. Nos vemos pronto.
There's other companies out there that take commissions from universities and they tell you to apply to those universities because they're going to get paid. And that's not how SCORE works. We want you to choose the right university for you. So if you apply to Nebrija with SCORE, you're going to get a discount on your first year's tuition. And that is something that nobody else is going to offer you. And that's something that only SCORE does because we care about you. So I want to give a big thank you to everybody at Nebrija, Paula here in the local office, and everybody that we got to meet over in Spain. It was absolutely awesome getting to know this university. If you're interested in checking out more about Nebrija, you can visit the local office if you have one. Come here in San Isidro if you're living here in Peru. And if you're in another country, you can go straight to their website and send your information. But you can also go to prepwithscore.com and hit us up and talk about how we can help you get admitted to Nebrija with some serious discounts.